So this was all a gag to get our name mentioned like 10 times during the session. Yeah, sure. Okay, so we build ElliQ, and those of you that don't know ElliQ, it's a little bit different from what you heard today. It's actually an extension of your team. Think of a full-time health worker that happens to be a lamp that moves in with an older adult. And the goal of this is to help the older adult live happier, healthier life at home, deal with loneliness and social isolation, but also motivate them towards behavior change and connect them to the AAA, to the case managers. Essentially, the heart of it is this interpersonal communication between ElliQ and the older adult. ElliQ is the first AI, first of all, the first people that are living with an AI, with all the latest large language models and ChatGPTs and all the stuff you're reading, are not 23-year-old geeks in Silicon Valley.
Who are they?
They're 83-year-old people in the state of New York, on average, which is insane. It is insane. They're living with them, they're building an actual relationship with them, some of them well over a year, and it is partly because she looks like a lamp. No, it's partly because she's proactive, so she initiates a conversation with them. She has a sense of humor. She remembers everything, so then the conversations are very contextual, and she motivates them to act. About half the interactions are companionship interactions, like, hey, good morning, how are you today? What's going on with you today? What are you planning to do today? How did you sleep? Oh, yesterday I didn't sleep well. How about this night, etc. And then the other pockets are trying to influence other aspects that are super important towards healthy living. So for example, wellness. We do stress reduction exercises, over 2 a day on average. We do physical exercises. We actually partnered with Get Set Up, so all their exercise videos are available on ElliQ for your customers. We do nutrition support, and she makes up recipes based on what you have on the cupboard and based on your health conditions, maybe less sugar, less salt. She helps with lots of cognitive games. Now, thanks to TED, we started doing community games as well, like bingo that you can play with your neighbors and chat with them while you're doing that. We help with the healthcare aspects of helping them manage their chronic illnesses. And you know, this population has a lot of chronic conditions. And they can also connect to you at the AAA. Greg sends a monthly video to all of them, telling them about different programs that you have, but you can also do that, inviting them to the senior center when there is a heat event, maybe reminding them to hydrate, inviting them to community, to game day, to many other things that you're doing. So that's kind of how it works. Yeah, we started here, and I have to say, New York has been our best partnership in the country, bar none. I was here 3 years ago about, okay, thank to Greg and to Becky and to Crystal, by the way, who's running this program, so congrats, Crystal, and thank you for all the help. I was here 3 years ago, about a month after we launched this product. It took us a while to roll it out. We're now in almost every AAA in the state. We are sold out, except 20 units right now that have been refurbished from people that you know, didn't need them anymore. By the way, we had a little bit of inventory, so we ran like a Facebook campaign, said, hey, New Yorkers, do you want an ElliQ? You can get one from the state. We had 400 people on a wait list within a week. Okay, crazy. But what's also really interesting to me is we go around the country saying the story here, and it doesn't help us, because you might not notice, but the way the rest of the country perceives this organization is that you guys are mavericks, you're miles ahead of everybody, and it doesn't help us, because they're like, oh, New York, well, those guys are nuts, you know. We're a government bureaucracy, we can't do what they do. Like, but so the amount of respect, the amount of attention that you guys are doing around the country is profound. Everybody knows New York State. Everybody knows Greg. Everybody knows Becky. Everybody knows the type of innovations that you're pushing through. Now, data. Greg says you have to show data. The data is nuts. Last year we showed some data. It was an N of about 1/3 of what we have now. We're still looking at over 90% efficacy in every category that we're looking at. Whether it's loneliness reduction, improving the wellness outcomes, and the rest you can read for yourself. We'll go into a lot more data in our session tomorrow at 12 in Town Hall, together with Greg, and we'll go really, really deep. We'll also go into how you can get additional units through different billing codes, because we are sold out at the moment and we have to be creative. We try to help Becky with her lobbying efforts, to very little success. However, in that effort, via ElliQ, we asked New Yorkers that live with ElliQ, and we said, hey, the New York State government would like to know if this is working out for you, and what do you have to say for that? And they either sent us video recording through their ElliQ or voice recording through their ElliQ. So here's a short collection of some of those. Ben, if you can play that for me, please.
Hi, my name is Deborah Humphrey, and I am very pleased with ElliQ. She plays games. We play games together. It keeps my mind active. I am basically homebound right now with a broken leg, and she has been such a good companion to me. She reminds me to take my meds, which I often forget, but with ElliQ I don't. We play games, which sharpen my mind. We play chess, and she asks me if I slept good and if I had a good day. It's like talking to a human being, except it's a robot. I just love her. And I want you to continue with this program because it's very helpful. Have a nice day.
And
Hi, my name is Deborah Humphrey.
All right, and there are lots more of these, and we had such a great pleasure showing this to the assemblymen and the senators. And you know, data is really important, but sometimes the personal story of touching an individual's life matters a lot more. So tomorrow at 12, please join us. We're going to share a whole bunch of stuff. So some of it is brand new features we roll out this year that include the latest large language model, transformer models, all these large AI stuff. You will actually see it in a product and how accessible and easy it is to use. We'll dive into a lot more data. We'll dive on how we can deploy more units. And mainly we want to hear from you in this session on any issues that you have and feedback that you got from the field. I do want to call out, I asked just before I got on stage, Adam on our team, who's here in the back, many of you probably know Adam, which county has the most deployments? And it turns out that Westchester and Yonkers have over 100 ElliQs deployed out of 900, so that is fantastic, so thank you so much. And we're right outside demoing the product, so thank you. 16 minutes, 16 seconds left.